Hello, in this session I am going to explain you about the media type formatters. Uh, what is the use of media type formatter in ASP.NET Web API application, and what is the different types of media type formatters available, and what is the uses of these in the Web API project. So first of all, what is a media type formatter? By using media type formatters, Web API handles the different data formats between the client and server. The media type formatters are classes which are responsible to serialize the request response data so that Web API can understand the request data from the client and send back to the client the response in a proper format. As mentioned above, Web API includes media type formatters class, and these classes are responsible to handle the respective formats of data. For example, if JSON media type formatters, this is a media type formatter for JSON. It converts the JSON data in an HTTP request to the CLR object, that is the C# object, and also converts the CLR object into JSON format that is embedded in HTTP response. So while sending the request from the client to service and while sending the response from service to client, the serialization and deserialization happens between the HTTP request and CLR object. And while sending a response, it converts a CLR object to a JSON format and sends over network to the client. So there are different media type formatters available. You can see here JSON media type formatter is responsible to convert the JSON string to CLR object and vice versa. Similarly, the XML media type formatters available to convert the CLR object to the XML and vice versa. Similarly, you can see form URL encoded media type formatter and jQuery MVC form URL encoded formatter. So these formatters are available to do a serialization and deserialization between the CLR and HTTP request object. And similarly, while sending a response from the service, it converts the CLR object to a HTTP response, and in client side it is deserialized. How to configure the media type formatter? The media type formatter is a type/subtype form. You can see here text HTML or application JSON or application XML. Here application is a type and XML is a subtype. So if we are sending content type application JSON, that means it can accept the JSON formats only. The client expects a JSON format of data, and if it is application/XML, that means client expects the data in XML format. In HTTP request, MIME type is specified the request header using accept and content type attribute. The accept header attribute specifies the format of the response data. So while we are sending a request, we have to give accept header and content type. And the content type headers attribute specifies the format of the data in the request body so that receiver can parse it into appropriate format. So if we are specifying content type is XML, then receiver or server can parse the data in appropriate formats. And how to see the JSON data. We have different formatters available in Web API config class in HTTP config object. So if you will do, by default all the formatters is added to the Web API, XML formatter and JSON formatter. If you want to see the data in JSON format, so you have to remove the XML formatter. If we'll remove the XML formatter from the config object, then you will see the data in JSON format, and vice versa. Media type formatters, you can see the request and response using accept and content type. Here you can see in left side I am writing accept text slash XML, meaning it can send the data text and XML format. And content type is application JSON. That means we are sending the request body in JSON so that the server can pass the data in proper format. And accept text slash XML means the client can accept only text XML data. So here server is giving the response. You can see here it's sending the data in XML format, response in XML format, and here you can see data request body in JSON format. So accept header and content type is mandatory, and if you will not give this, then it will take the default one. Here also you can see content type is application JSON, so it is returning the data in JSON format. Here content type is application and XML, then it is sending the data in XML format. So now I will show a demo how to get the data in different format while you are issuing a GET request. So I am building the application. Here you can see I am removing the XML format from the config object. So if I am removing XML formatter, so I can see the data in JSON format. You can see I am just running the application. You can see here the data is in JSON format, and if you want to see the data in XML format, you can just remove the JSON formatter. If you remove JSON formatter, then XML formatter will be there, and you will see the data in XML format. Here you can see. So this is all for today, and if you want to get new updates on Web API tutorial, you can subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.